What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel. It has been God knows how long since I've played this game, but we're finally back. So quickly, the last two episodes that I've posted were recorded like 3 weeks to a month ago. So it's currently May, and I haven't played this game for the last 2.5 weeks of April. So that's something. We're playing West Virginia today, and we have to stop Tavon Austin today. You can look at the stats right here. They kind of speak for themselves right here. These are his current rushing and receiving stats right here. Big focal point of this offense for sure. But basically, if we can contain him, I'm pretty sure we can win this game. If not, then we're gonna get blown out of the water for sure. Before we get into the coin toss, this is our recruiting board. This is what it looks like. I put 30 in Vincent Jackson here. I would really love to get him. That would be a really cool story to get Vincent Jackson on the team. Lionel Boyd went up in interest. We're number 1 on his board, so we only need to put 10 on him. Will Randolph 20. I would really love to get all 3 of these 5-star guys for sure. Cornelius Parks is going to be visiting for Syracuse. Clint Cook, we currently have him visiting for UConn, and that's about it. That's our spread going into the West Virginia game. This will be a post-com, so you guys won't hear my voice like this until until after the game. But yeah, man, this is recording Eli the Rebel heading out. See ya. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel, post-com Eli the Rebel to be exact. Today's highlights are going to be very, very condensed. That's because there's a lot of recruiting stuff that I need to show y'all at the end of this episode. So please stick around for that and enjoy the game, guys. So the first score of the game comes from the first drive of the game, as Bill Choice deflects this 3rd and 7 pass down to the ground, setting up a field goal from the 22-yard line. It looks like it's the right hash. Yeah, that is the right hash. What am I saying? Of course that's the right hash. Justin McCoy tries to block that kick, but unfortunately he's not there in time. So West Virginia goes up 3-0 early on in the first quarter. The first touchdown of the game happens on the very next change of possession here. USF on the edge of the red zone, and look at Matt Willis go up in the back of the end zone for that one. Absolutely snagged that one out of the air. Albert Peterson just throwing it up, sits in the pocket, lofts one up there, and Matt Willis does the rest. The USF Bulls go up 7-3 after that one. The USF Bulls are back in the red zone again on the 16-yard line with less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, but unfortunately Albert Peterson throws a pick, and this would be the first of many picks, as you will see later on. First play of the second quarter, ball on the right hash, Peterson rolling left, throws it back, trying to find Reggie Patterson, but he's picked off by the left end of all players, bro. The left end! My, oh my, that's going to drain the confidence down quite a bit. Quite a bit. And after this last pick, this is the ultimate, nail in the coffin for me benching Albert Peterson for the rest of the game today. Just throws one to, across his body. And, I guess maybe, I was getting away with that, last game. But
man, like, some of these bonehead decisions were just, I don't know what kind of planet I was on, thinking I could throw across my body every single play. Oh, Lord. West Virginia is going to take the lead here on this 2nd and goal from the 7. Left side. Childs rolls right. Finds Houston on the right near pylon. And that is a touchdown. And just like that, it is now 10-7 for the Mountaineers. So Cristobal decides to put Spencer Greco in this game. And he's going to throw one deep to Reggie Patterson. But Weeks tips the ball around and gets the INT instead. So that's now 4 total INTs for the USF Bulls on the day. So as if Albert Peterson wasn't bad enough, Spencer Greco is already a tier lower. The next touchdown will go to West Virginia with less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. The pitch is to Goins, and he takes off, running down the right side of the field into the end zone. The score is now 17-7. However, Logan Childs, the quarterback who pitched the ball to Goins, got hurt on that play, and he would end up being out for the rest of the game. 3rd down and 16, ball on the 37 with 2:20 pretty much left in the first half, and let's just say Spencer Greco overthrew Lewis just a little bit on that one. Just a bit. Just a bit. With less than 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, Greco dropping back, scrambles left, but however throws to the right side for Patterson on a post. And that's a touchdown. So a late score with USF getting the ball at half. The score going into the 3rd quarter will be 17-14 after that pattern. So it was at this point when I get the ball at half, I thought that I would have Greco still in the game because like he threw that late touchdown to Patterson, but I put Marcus Watson in for some reason, and look at that for his first throw of the game, right to Steve Palmer, who was calling for it, did a little improv there. That's a pass play of 21 yards to start. It's a 2nd and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. They send the strong safety down to get Marcus Watson, but it was too little too late as Reggie Patterson finds the end zone again. USF will get the next touchdown as Watson will roll left, finds Dudley at the last minute, but there's a flag on the play after the dust settles out. Turns out it was roughing the passer, so it's still going to be a touchdown no matter what. The game is now 28-17 in favor of Cristobal and the USF Bulls. First points of the 4th quarter belong to Cristobal and the USF Bulls as Marcus Watson drops back, scrambles left, finds a way to stay in bounds and get into the end zone. However, he injures his elbow on the late hit as after he got into said end zone. So that means that Spencer Greco is going to have to come in here. West Virginia now giving up with a fight, however. So with a very, very good punt by Andrew Ryan, they start the drive from their own 6-yard line with 4 minutes left in the 4th. But look at this screen play to who else but Goins himself. He even breaks a tackle with a back juke just to flex on him one time. Just to flex on him. So West Virginia knocking on the door, and they're going to call for 2 as well. The 2-point conversion is a play action fade to Randall, and just like that, it's now a 35-25 ball game. But check this out. I thought that they would just kick the ball off and then, try to make us go 3 and out. But look at this. They called the onside unit and get the ball back. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't. Watch this again. Like, see that McCoy had the pickup animation, but just didn't pick up the ball. Wow. But somehow, some way, this USF defense just steps up and makes 3 and outs when they need it the most. Now, to be fair, Tucker could have just, not dived right away, but he was probably like afraid of like a fumble or something. He thought that he got the first down marker, but it's 4th and 1. Ball's on the 47, so a little past midfield. There was a 4th down conversion that they did not get, so they're 0 for 1 on the day, but they get it to Randall, and that will not only move the chains, they're past the 40 now, and they're hurrying this ball up very, very quickly as well. So 2:40 left. Johnson finds Floyd, so back-to-back hitch routes on the left side will move the chains some more. So the ball on the 27, left hash. 2:30 pretty much left in this game. Johnson drops back, finds Floyd again. This time it's just a little crossing route. And on this play right here, a 2nd and 3. Look how close Williams is into getting that INT. Look how close it was, man. That is ridiculous. Absolutely unreal. But look how Crystal Ball ices this game right here. 2nd and 10. It's a slant pattern to Reggie Patterson. That will move the chains. And Reggie Patterson's hype. He knows that they just need a couple more of these first downs to make West Virginia run out of timeouts, and they can just take a fat knee right after. The very next play, it's I formation. Greco scrambling left, finds Willis on the comeback route, gets a first down out of it, of course, gain of 16.
That's right, baby. Let's do that again. Come on, fellas, let's go.
It's a 3rd and 6 play. Ball basically at midfield, but on the left side, the left hash. In the gun, Palmer on the left of Greco. But look at all this grass that Greco has. He gets the first down and stays in bounds. Gain of 12. Look at Spencer Greco doing his best Matt Willis impersonation too. You love to see that as well. And after a backwards rush of 5 and a kneel, USF wins this game by 3. Again, I was really happy. I'm really happy with any kind of win, but this win was just, a godsend. Marcus Watson coming in and just doing damage before he got hurt was really, really huge. But yeah, that's the end of post-com Eli for me. So we're gonna go back to live-com Eli for the stats and the recruiting update. So peace out, guys.
Alright, so here are some stats from today's game. We ended up using all 3 of our quarterbacks for this one to get the job done. Obviously, Marcus Watson was the most efficient one, throwing for 2 TDs, no INTs. However, he is out for 11 weeks, so rip that. Running game didn't really get anything going, really. However, receiving, Reggie Patterson had a field day. 5 catches, 119 yards, 2 TDs with a long reception of 40. So that's very nice to see that. On the defensive side of the ball, the freshman Petway had the most tackles. John Ramsey had 3 tackles for losses, 2 sacks, 1 from George Stewart, 1 from Eric Petway, 2 INTs, 1 from Marcus Charles of all people, and 1 from Todd Johnston as well. And on West Virginia's side, their starting quarterback was out for the rest of the game, so we had to see a lot from QB2, the white boy, number 5. He was pretty efficient as well. But in terms of running the ball, we had Jacob Goins, who absolutely tore it up with a 51-yard run to the house on that one. Tavon Austin had 11 attempts for 32 yards. No problem there. Goins also had a crazy day receiving. 5 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns with the 94 yard touchdown run. Eugene had 5 catches for only 6 yards. So, as I said, man, we locked down Tavon Austin today, and it worked out in our favor, and we got the job done. So, last thing I gotta do is show y'all the recruiting update, and then I'll tell you guys the next games moving forward. So, a very sad news in the recruiting update, as Vincent Jackson gets dropped off from consideration. I wanted to let you know, Coach, I will not be attending USF, so he's narrowed down his decision to Miami, Virginia Tech, Alabama, unfortunately. So these are our 5 prospects that we're going to go after moving forward. We got Will Randolph from Elba, Alabama. He's also considering Miami and Alabama along with us. He's going to visit Miami first, unfortunately. So hopefully they don't, take him away from us. Lionel Boyd is the other Russellville, Alabama player along with Vincent Jackson. Arkansas is his number 1. Alabama's number 3. We're number 2. So if we win this, if we beat Arkansas, we're gonna sim that really quickly. If we beat them, we beat them, and hopefully we can get Lionel Boyd on board. Cornelius Parks, we already talked about him a little bit before the game started against West Virginia. Clint Cook is a center from Altamonte Springs, Florida. He's going to be visiting, when we play UConn. That's going to, although LSU is going to be the visit before. And then Patrick Bentley's a 3-star defensive tackle. We're number 1 on his board, along with LSU and Ohio State. So good news for the injury to Marcus Watson is that we did apply for hardship, and we were granted a medical red shirt for him. So that's really good news for us going into the Arkansas game. So we're going to have Peterson with Greco behind, and then Todd Johnston is going to be our QB3 if needed. Now we're going to go and sim the Arkansas game. So I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the episode, but we did sim the Pitt game and won 31-17. Austin Green was the key player that got us the victory there with a defensive touchdown and a sack, of all things, which is very nice. We're going to be at home, first 15 Arkansas. We're number 17 in the nation. And we get handed the first L of the year, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't mean that, with the extra 10 points we put on to Lionel Boyd, that means we're still in his top 3. Again, I'm glad that nobody, I was afraid that, most people would visit during the Arkansas game, but I'm glad that they didn't, because we lost. So now we're going to see how the recruiting board has shaken up after this. So in terms of recruiting, after the loss to Arkansas has propelled themselves to number 1. I've decided that I'm not going to schedule the visit against Rutgers, simply because we have Syracuse the next week, and I think having these guys visit for the Syracuse game is just gonna make all the more sense, really, as Rutgers is B+, A-, C+, whereas Syracuse is B-, B-, C+. So I feel like it's going to be more beneficial for us to have people visit on the easier game and things like that. The Rutgers game, we beat Rutgers 31-14, so maybe that will persuade Will Randolph to not commit to Miami. We'll see. I think if Miami wins their visit, you know, then pretty much Will Randolph is off the board, and then it just comes down to getting Lionel Boyd, honestly. Getting a 5-star halfback would, I mean, it's interesting because, like, we have a transfer that's going to be playing in the following season, so we'll see if we need to change positions and things like that moving forward. But again, really nice you know, win against Rutgers at home. You know, a quick bounce back game against you know, especially losing to Arkansas, but we're still top 25 in the nation, and now we go from 21-20 after that win. So now we're gonna go check recruiting again, and it looks like, unfortunately, he does commit to the U, and Vincent Jackson has also committed to the U as well that following week, and Jeremy Cutler, the other 3-star defensive tackle, has committed to Utah. So with 20 points remaining, we have some lucky numbers we have to give out. It looks like I'm gonna put my 20 points on Patrick Bentley, simply because we still need to get him to visit at some point. Do I want to move Clint Cook to our Syracuse game? Honestly, I'm going to. So we don't have any feedback from Clint Cook, actually, so we're gonna have to figure this out. So why would he want to go to LSU instead of us? I think it's location, but he doesn't care about playing time that much, so program prestige could be a big thing, and then coaching prestige would be the last thing, right? So Cornelius Parks on our visit wants to wear number 96 as a left or right guard or whatever. Not the craziest. I've seen crazier numbers for linemen. Okay, so that's fine. There are things that are more important to him than academics. Cornelius doesn't care about coaching style. So these two are not out of the thing. I think location is a number 1 for him. And then playing time. And then he doesn't say coaching style, but coaching prestige. We'll say coaching prestige again. Lionel Boyd wants the number 15 for a halfback. Okay, cool. And then maybe he could move to wide receiver. Who knows? Playing early is not of Lionel's main priority. Near or far, he doesn't care about location at all. He has heard of you but never followed your career. So locate. Okay, so program prestige is 1. Has heard of you but never followed your career. So we'll talk a little bit about academics and then put coaching style as the thing. Yeah. And then we'll double check. Yep, we hit agree on both of those. And then, like I said, we're going to put the last 20 points on Patrick Bentley. We just need a commitment from him. Please game, please beat Syracuse. Thank you. Very nice job. Very nice job. So we moved to 8-1. I'm glad that I moved Clint Cook up. So we should be getting 3 commitments, hopefully. So we get like a 5-star and like 2 4-stars. Give us the good news, baby. And would you look at that? We get the 5-star halfback, we get a guard, and a center. Just like that. We promised what he wanted, that was enough. We promised what he wanted, that was enough. He signed with us because he didn't care about our prestige. That's very nice to hear. So now we're gonna check on Patrick Bentley, see if he's ready to, you know, take a visit. He is ready to take a visit. So we're gonna put all the points into you. Are we number 1 on his thing? Yes, we are. We have no other choice but to go to UConn for this one. I think with those 3 recruits, I think I want to, and with the transfer halfback ready to come in, I think Cristobal could stay another season, to be honest. I really think we're going to be building something special here. So, Arkansas, Reggie Patterson had a good game, but it wasn't enough. Rutgers, Justin McCoy had a very good game. McCoy had a really good game against Syracuse as well. And then the Cincinnati game, Albert Peterson threw for 3 touchdowns. Nice. Okay, so now we play UConn, which should be no problem for us. Yep, we're visiting USF. Patrick really likes the academics at USF. Good. Wasn't interested in the tradition. Has heard of you, but hasn't really followed your career. So we'll stay away from program prestige and coaching prestige. So now it just comes down to Mississippi. We have location on him. And I guess playing time. Have the team captain take him out for lunch. Our defensive captain being the punter. Actually, no, I don't like that. Our defensive captain is a punter. No, that makes no sense. Talk about his opportunity for playing next year. Yeah, let's talk about the opportunity of playing next year. Because if we take a look at the chart right now, yeah, we need a third defensive tackle. Because George Stewart, the transfer DT, is here, and then he gonna graduate. Okay, so there's that. We're home versus UConn. They're 5-6. We're 9-1. We win another one, 32-21. So I really like this class. I really like the recruits that we got. You know, sucks that we didn't get Will Randolph or you know, Vincent Jackson. We both lost them to Miami, which really sucks. But you know what? We gotta trek on, man. We gotta trek on for real. It doesn't look like he committed at all. Wait a second. A soft verbal. Interesting. Okay. We might as well just sim the Miami game. Normally I would play this one. But I know that it's unfortunate, like, due to my, like, you know, me trying to save PDL and stuff like that. I think we have to just get on and go straight to the bowl game, as we lose 13-45. Again, could have played that game, but I would really like to know. I'd really like to know if we're gonna get Patrick Bentley or not. Oh, Patrick Bentley does commit despite us losing to Miami. And academics played a big role in the decision. So we're gonna go ahead and simulate week 15. Honestly, as USF wins the Big East with the 7-0 conference record. Really nice. Really nice. That's gonna, you know, boost the prestige a little bit. As Justin McCoy wins Returner of the Year somehow. It's a GMAC Bowl against Northern Illinois. Taj Boyd wins the Heisman Trophy. So we're gonna play this game because it's still a bowl game. I would really like to play it, but I like our matchup here. It looks like it's going to be a good game for us to win. Take a look at some accolades. Albert Peterson made NCAA freshman All-American. He's a freshman All-American. You love to see that. Anybody else? Big East second team for Reggie Patterson. Very nice. Big East first team for Willie Dudley. There you go. Okay. Offensive line didn't do a jack. Although Marcus Charles got Big East first team. Love to see that. Kevin Medlock got Big East first team, but not George Stewart. That's fine. Bill Choice got Big East first team. So it's the defense holding the fort down. He got second team last season, and now he's first team now, which is really nice. Austin Green, Big East first. Jamie Whitlock, no rewards, but Justin McCoy is the best returner in the nation. So if we look at his return stats, his kick, he's almost has 1,000 yards on a kick return and 1 touchdown. Punt return only 427, but averages 12.2 yards. A punt return with a long of 49. So yeah, congrats on Justin McCoy with the best return. Mr. Anderson, Big East first team. Brandon Joseph, Petway, didn't get it. Andrew Spinner got Big East first team. That makes sense. He's 18 for 25 on field goals, but made all extra points. Big East second team for Andrew Ryan. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this episode. So we progressed through a lot. I mean, a lot of the rest of the second half of the season through simulation. Again, 10-2 record with a 7-0 in conference got us the Big East title. So the next episode will be the bowl game. So yeah, with that, it's me, your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.